Good evening and thank you for joining us on our main news here on Icu TV. To begin with, let's take a look at stories that are making headlines. 31-year-old woman found dead in Kalingalinga in suspected murder case. Lungu family seeks compensation over cancelled burial in South Africa. Government warns against US visa violations. In international news, Nigeria kidnappers kill 35 hostages even after ransom paid. And in our sports news, FAS moves to renegotiate payment terms with former coach Asanovic. Thank you very much for joining us to present the main news. My name is Emmanuel Zimba, and now we take a look at stories in details. A 31-year-old woman identified as Nalishewo Sikundu was found dead in the early hours this morning in Kalingalinga compound in what police suspect to be a case of murder. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga says the naked body was discovered around 5 hours in an unfinished yard at a residency, who immediately alerted the authorities. Mr. Hamonga states that the deceased had visible neck injuries consistent with strangulation and torn clothing was found near the body. He adds that the body has since been transported to the University Teaching Hospital for a postmortem examination to determine the exact cause of death. Mr. Hamonga said police have opened an inquiry and are urging members of the public to come forward with any information that may assist in the ongoing investigations.
The Zambia Police Service, which has confirmed that Kalingalinga Police Force is investigating a case of suspected murder involving a adult whose body was discovered this morning. The incident was reported today, the 29th of July 2025, at approximately 5 hours by Mavis Chisungwa, age 55, Kangal compound. She at 5 hours, she discovered the naked but identified female lying in the fenced yard of her residence. Police officers immediately visited the scene and confirmed the presence of a dead female adult lying on the ground. The body was naked and in a state of rigor mortis. Notable observations included hematomas around the neck area suggestive of possible strangulation. A pair of torn underwear believed to belong to the deceased was found in 2 separate pieces near the body. Additionally, a torn t-shirt was discovered approximately 1 meter away from the body. There are no visible signs of struggle on the ground, despite the surface being sandy and stony, loosely packed with stones. Preliminary investigations conducted by the occupants of the house revealed that none of them heard any noise or disturbance. The deceased was possibly identified as Anilu, a 53-year-old female, and an aunt to the deceased as Nalishewo Sikundu, age 31 of Kalingalinga compound. It has been established that the deceased had recently moved to an ancestral home at the time of her death. The body has since been transported to the University Teaching Hospital mortuary.
The family of the late former President Edgar Lungu has approached the South African High Court to request a court order against the Zambian government following the cancellation of the planned burial in South Africa on 25th June 2025. In a newly filed document, the family contends that the burial was abruptly halted after the Zambian government submitted an urgent court application on the same day, seeking the immediate return of Mr. Lungu's remains to Zambia. They argue that the government's last-minute legal action caused both emotional anguish and financial loss, justifying a punitive cost order. The family claims that the funeral preparations, including payment for a funeral home, venue, transport, and clergy and security, were already in motion and aligned with what the late president's expressed wishes. They further assert that the former First Lady Esther Lungu, as the legal surviving spouse, holds the right under the South African law to decide the burial arrangements. The family maintains that Mr. Lungu had consistently stated that his preference not to be buried under the administration of President Hakainde Hichilema. The Zambian government, however, has stood firm on its demands to repatriate the former president's remains, a position the family is now challenging in court. The Zambian government has advised citizens traveling or currently living in the United States to fully comply with the terms of their visas. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information and Media, Louis Mwansa, expressed concern over recent figures showing that approximately 1 in 8 Zambians traveling to the US either overstay their visa or fail to return home. Mr. Mwansa cautions that this behavior risks damaging Zambia's global image and could result in strict travel regulations for future applicants. He further notes that breaches such as overstaying or engaging in unauthorized employment carry serious legal consequences, including possible fines, detention, or deportation. This advisory was issued through an official statement released to Icu Tv in Lusaka today. We go for our first break. Join us on the other side as we bring to you more in our local stories.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Thank you very much for staying with us, and now we continue with our local stories. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information and Media, Thabo Kawana, has voiced concern over the continued inactivity at Chipata Airport despite its recent rehabilitation. During a courtesy visit to Chipata City Mayor George Mwanza, Mr. Kawana questioned that the aviation sector's reluctance to utilize the facility, stressing that the infrastructure should not remain idle.
To end by expressing concern that the last time I was here, a couple of months ago, your worship was very clear about the works going on at Chipata Airport, sure. And that it would be no time that we expect that the airlines should be landing at Chipata Airport. Sure. Again, as we were coming here yesterday, we were taken to work and then drive to Chipata. I'm looking forward to hear if there are any issues at Chipata Airport. If not, why our airline industry is not utilizing the airport of the greater city of Chipata. Absolutely. Because I want to believe also, and fully so, without their research, that the reason they have a traffic of people going through Tumfue is because those people are coming to Chipata. And if they start servicing Chipata directly, they will see that actually they have more traffic coming to Chipata than going to Tumfue.
And in response, Mayor Mwanza affirmed the city's preparedness to welcome services through the airport and noted that engagement with relevant authorities are underway to activate its operations. He further urges that processes be accelerated to kickstart the planned 15-kilometer township road works.
Firstly, we would like to thank your government, the Ministry of Transport allocated 16 million kwacha to rehabilitate and upgrade Chipata Airport. And we visited with the Minister of Transport, and the works have been completed. So the expectations of the people are that we should now have the airlines servicing the airport. The fuel depot, mini fuel depot is there, and the government has spent so much money, 16 million kwacha, to really rehabilitate. At this stage now, we as a city are ready to receive some commercial facility and services at that particular airport. We still appeal with the Ministry of Transport, can officially engage the airline to invite them to service Japan. But in terms of the infrastructure, we did visit, and the rehabilitations have been completed, the runway has been marked, and at this stage now, I think the airlines are waiting for official communication and engagement from the Ministry of Transport. We will be having the Kulamba ceremony in the next few days, and also we have the
Evans Mukobela, aspiring member of parliament for Matero constituency, has enhanced community access to clean water by donating a 10,000-litre water tank to Matero Market. The tank, which was officially handed over recently, is expected to provide a reliable source of clean water for both traders and residents in the area. Community members have welcomed the initiative, describing it as a timely intervention that addresses long-standing water challenges. Mr. Mukobela said that the project reflects his broader vision of responsive leadership and prioritizing the needs of the people. He states that as he continues with his campaign, his focus remains on improving lives and ensuring that essential services reach every corner of Matero. The Zambia National Marketeers Credit Association, Zanamaka, has expressed concerns over the government's decision to suspend the issuance of Constituency Development Fund CDF loans for 2026, citing low repayment rates. Zanamaka President Mupila Kamea says the move undermines economic empowerment and poses a serious challenge to over 6 million marketeers, mainly women, operating in more than 4,000 markets across the country. Mr. Kamea adds that suspending the loans would deprive marketeers of crucial financial support and weaken their contribution to Zambia's economic growth. He further notes that the Zanamaka members are committed to working with local authorities on effective levy and resource management. Mr. Kamea has since urged the government to engage stakeholders on loan repayment issues and develop improved strategies that promote economic empowerment. He also calls on authorities to reconsider the suspension, assuring that Zanamaka remains committed to equipping marketeers with financial management skills.
Wish to express concern by the decision to suspend the issuance of Constituency Development Fund CDF loans 2026, primarily due to the low repayment rates among borrowers. The Zambia National Marketeers Credit Association, Zanamaka, we feel that this move undermines the spirit of economic empowerment and poses challenges to 6 million marketeers, predominantly women, operating in the over 4,000 markets across Zambia. And in our view, this suspension of the loans will deprive our members of crucial financial support and hinder the contribution marketeers.
We go for our second break. Join us on the other side as we bring to you international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Zambia, a land of breathtaking natural wonders and diverse cultures. Home to the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Zambia boasts a rich cultural heritage, captivating wildlife and a promising future. Zambia is a nation rich in both history and modernity. In the heart of Zambia lies Lusaka, the capital and largest city located in the southern part of the Central Plateau. Lusaka is one of the fastest developing cities in Southern Africa. With a population of about 3.3 million, Lusaka is a center of both commercial and government in Zambia and connects to the country's four main highways, heading north, south, east, and west. Lusaka has several cultural facilities such as museums and galleries, which include Lusaka National Museum and Henry Tayali Gallery. The city also has several parks such as Mundawanga Environmental Park, Lusaka National Park, and Chaminuka Nature Reserve that offer visitors a chance to see wildlife up close. Within this dynamic city lies the Information and Communications University, ICU, a place where educational traditions merge with future-focused learning, a place where innovation and research thrive. With a commitment to providing industrial-oriented academic qualifications, ICU stands as a beacon of higher learning education in Zambia, serving over 5,000 students on both distance and full-time learning modes. But what sets ICU apart? It's our core values. At ICU, we cherish freedom of thought and expression, foster innovativeness and creativity, uphold good governance integrity, promote teamwork, professionalism, and responsible citizenship. We believe in strengthening national cohesion and inclusiveness. Our programs are designed to nurture problem-solving skills, a vital asset for job creation in Zambia. We emphasize critical thinking, creative reasoning, and informed decision-making. Our vision is clear: to be a leading provider of quality education across Africa. Our motto: delivering an ICT-enabled education with excellence. Whether you're passionate about technology, engineering, agriculture, or business, ICU offers a diverse range of programs tailored to your ambitions. Our School of Engineering offers unique programs such as Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Education, Bachelor of Information and Communications Technology with Education, and more. In our School of Humanities and Business, you can explore degrees in development studies, human resource management, journalism, and various other fields. Education is about making a real impact. ICU proudly partners with the Zambia Research and Development Center, ZRDC, to offer scholarships and contribute to Zambia's social and economic growth. Our global reach extends far and wide. Collaborations with institutions like Volgograd State Socio-Pedagogical University in Russia and the Academy of Maritime Education and Training in Chennai, India, offer unique opportunities for our students. In a groundbreaking initiative, ICU has joined hands with the Zambia Correctional Service to provide tertiary education to inmates, fostering rehabilitation and brighter futures. At ICU, education goes beyond textbooks. Our vibrant campus hosts numerous associations, sports, and organizations that enrich the students' experience. Our commitment to excellence shines through the remarkable achievement of our alumni who have made significant contributions to society. So, why choose ICU? Because here, you will find more than education. You will discover a community that nurtures your dreams and empowers you to shape the future. Information and Communications University, driving the thrill for the nation in research and innovation.
Thank you very much for staying with us, and now we jump to our international news. Kidnappers in Nigeria have killed at least 35 people they abducted from a village in northern Zamfara state despite ransoms being paid for their release, a local official has told BBC. In recent years, criminal gangs in the region, known in the country as bandits, have taken to kidnapping people as a means to raising money. In this incident, 56 people were taken from Banga village, Kauran Nomada local government area in March. The gunmen then demanded a ransom of 1 million naira, $650 equivalent, per captive, media in Nigeria reported. Local government chairman Maniru Haidamara Kaura said that most of those killed were young people who were slaughtered like rams. Still in international news, police in Angola say 4 people have died 4 people have been killed and 500 have been arrested after demonstrations in the capital, Rwanda. What began as a 3-day strike by taxi drivers against rising petrol prices has escalated into one of the most widespread and disruptive waves of protests the country has seen in recent years. Thousands of people joined the demonstrations in the capital on Monday that saw roads blocked, shops looted, cars destroyed, as well as crashes between demonstrators and the police. Pockets of protesters continued in Rwanda on Tuesday, along with further clashes with police and more looting shops. We go for a short break. Join us on the other side as we wrap up with our sports story. Stay tuned.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenea Moyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
In our sports news, the Football Association of Zambia FAZ has begun consultation with stakeholders in an effort to renegotiate the outstanding debt owed to former Chipolopolo coach Alijosa Asanovic. This development comes after FAZ lost its appeal against the 2023 FIFA Disciplinary Committee ruling, which ordered the association to pay $1.1 million for breach of contract. In 2024, the Court of Arbitration for Sport instructed FIFA to halt funding to FAZ until the debt is fully settled. FAZ President Keith Mwimba explained that the suspension of financial support has significantly disrupted football programs in the country, forcing the association to postpone several initiatives. He notes that with FIFA's backing, FAZ is now seeking an alternative payment arrangement with Asanovic, as the amount involved poses a major financial strain on the organization. Asanovic was appointed as Chipolopolo head coach on 18th January 2022, but parted ways with the team in September of the same year. And that sports item brings us to the end of today's news. But before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at stories that made headlines. 31-year-old woman found dead in Kalingalinga in suspected murder case. Lungu family seeks compensation over cancelled burial in South Africa. Government warns against US visa violation. And in international news, Nigeria kidnappers kill 35 hostages even after ransom paid. In our sports news, FAZ moves to renegotiate payment terms with former Chipolopolo coach Asanovic. Thank you very much for choosing to watch ICU TV News. Remember, you can catch these stories and many more on our platform, that's ICU TV ZM, or you can visit our website, that's www.icutvzm.net. This has been Emmanuel Zimba, and I say good night and stay blessed.